think, this is a great team, a well-coached team that we're about to play against in a very tough environment. And for us, we just have to control the things that we can. Going into it week one, just doing our best and being clean and executing at a high level. But they have a ton of athletes on the back end. And their linebacker crew, they play physical. They fly to the ball. And I think their D-line, and they have really good edge rushers. And the guys inside do a really good job as well. So, we just have to execute.
As a follow-up to that, as someone who kind of studies and had a lot of information, at this point in your career, there are some teams you see often. When you face a team that you don't see very often, like for the first time, what's that week like? How's it different preparing in that case?
I think for us, the process, it remains the same for us, and it's about putting ourselves in the best situation to try and go out there and play at a high level. And so we're trying to limit it being about the opposition. Obviously, have a ton of respect for this team and have a ton of respect for every team that we play. But we just want to focus on, how we want to attack them, and hopefully we come up with something really good for that.
Have you gotten better at making checks at the line and getting out of a bad play into a good play?
I don't think it's necessarily a better or worse thing. I think it's a comfort thing, and I think that's something that comes over time for some. Some may come into the league and be able to do it off the rip, but I think it's a comfort, and I think it's an understanding of what you're doing, and it ultimately comes with the repetition and experience factor that you've had.
The key to setting the tone week one.
I think for us, it's coming out and setting the tone. Setting the tone looks like a team that's playing with high intensity, high focus, attention to detail, being relentless, and controlling the things that we can. I think you play team football, everybody has a role. Everybody has a role, and I think over the years I've been able to see the importance of that and learn the importance of those roles. And no role is more important than the other. Everybody has to put their hand in and dominate their box so we can get the finished product that we want. And so just coming out and executing, everybody buying into that, and obviously having all hands in and doing it.
Jalen, I know that when you're in the moment during...
Earlier today, Bill Belichick said, quote, and then labeled you arguably the best player in the league. A twofold question, but what's your reaction to that? And building on, preparing for the Patriots, what makes him, going up against a Bill Belichick team so difficult, or the challenges that come with that?
Well, yeah, I think he's arguably one of the best coaches to ever coach this game. The consistency he's been able to have and the production he's been able to have, and obviously how he impacts everybody from afar. I see that, and I have a lot of respect for that. So those are nice words from him. And I think, again, you're talking about a really good team, a really good defense, a well-coached team. And for us, we just have to control the things that we can going into this game.
I know that during training camp you're focused on each day, but once you get through it, are you able to look back at that as a chunk and gain things from it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a moment to reflect on everything and all things. And when you look at training camp, that's a moment where you're building, where you're trying to create an identity. You kind of try and set the tone for what you want to do and what you want to be. And so it's a ton of opportunity to reflect on that. And what I take away from it is, we're still a work in progress. We're still a work in progress. We're still learning. We're still growing. We're still evolving. And it's a great thing.
What do you like about the running back room heading into the season? Obviously a little bit different than last year and everything.
Yeah, obviously you look in that room year in and year out, you always have some go-getters in there, and I think we have a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things, and they're all ball players, So we're gonna need all of those guys, and you never know how the year goes, but it's gonna take everyone from that room.
Now that you're an established leader on the team, what ways are you seeing the team take on sort of your personality and your work habits?
I feel like that's I don't know if I want to say a self-flattering question or I don't know how to answer that, but I don't know if I can speak on that truly just from my personality. I think that's a question for someone else. All I want is a team that I feel has the a certain type of mentality, and love playing with guys who carry the culture. And so if I have an opportunity to set that culture and that standard every day, that's something that I can control. I can't control if they follow me or not, but I definitely appreciate that they do.
There had been a report after the draft that if the Eagles hadn't taken you, the Patriots would have. Did you ever know of that? And do you think that maybe that has something to do with Bill's high praise of you?
Seems like there are a lot of people that would have taken me if I was there.
What, going back to Alabama, like, what do you remember about Mac Jones, you know, and seeing him then as opposed to now and everything, how much he's grown?
Yeah, man, Mac has always been a great competitor. Had a hunger for the game and just learning and always challenging himself. So, I'm looking forward to him doing big things this year.